Could you recommend anything for the end of the night? Something big, bold.
May I suggest?
Mossberg 940.
Custom bolt carrier release and charging handle. Textured grips, should your hands get wet.
American
Classic.
What's going on, people? So shotguns are pretty hot right now, especially semi-autos. If you're in the market for one, you're probably gonna end up having to choose between the Mossberg 940 Pro and the Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol at that $1,000 price mark. You have more expensive options like the Torino 1 or the Benelli series, whether it's the M2, the M3s, or the M4s. But that's a significant price jump. I think a lot of people can be sticking around that $1,000 price range. I'm here to talk about why I made the choice to go with the Mossberg, especially since the Beretta is a really, really good option and it's a very popular option at the moment. Okay, so let's get into it. There is a few specific reasons why I chose this over the Beretta. You really can't go wrong with either, right? So you're gonna really have to nitpick whatever features you want because the price range is extremely similar. Now, as configured like this shotgun comes out to $1,200, and I got this, brand new. So the Beretta is a little bit cheaper, but the reason why is because of the optic. The very cool feature about this is that you have this optic mount that it's milled into the receiver. So the optic sits extremely low and it's an extremely rigid mounting solution, and obviously it comes with it. So that's something else that I would have had to spend money on if I bought the Beretta, which has a pick rail on top. So then I would have had to went and get a red dot and just install it there. So I really like how slick this is. It feels super nice and also just very nice to aim. So this is one of the main deciding factors whether I went with this. There's a couple other factors that I like. First of all are some of the controls. The charging handle, I really like this charging handle. You have this really big knob, which is a nice knurling on it. That's something else I would have upgraded on the Beretta. And if you look at the aftermarket, something like this would cost you $60 to put on the Beretta. So, you start up doing the math on the things that I personally would have changed on the Beretta to make it to where I wanted it, to where the price range really starts to match. Safety, the Mossberg safety on the top is very nice. I really like it. That allows you to get the gun and just flip this one, like you would here. I think it's a lot more intuitive than this cross bolt safeties. Bolt release is also really nice, very easy to handle. And then another thing I really like is the loading port has some really nice beveling machine into it. Loading the shotgun is actually quite simple and I never had issues with it. The beveling is nice, and then the follower is also nice color, easy to follow. The trigger itself, it's pretty damn nice. Single stage trigger. It just feels very nice and crisp. There is no takeoff. It's just a nice, super nice trigger. I actually really like it. It's very fast to shoot. It feels great. One more thing. This is very personal. It's very subjective. Looks wise, I actually like the shotgun more. I think it's a nice, more streamlined look. It's just, that's very personal, right? Everybody's gonna have a different opinion. Another thing that I kind of noticed, and obviously, again, this could be subjective. I walked into a gun store to just buy some ammo, and they actually had a A300 in the used rack. I picked it up, and personally, it felt a little bit not as robust as this one. The A300 is a little bit lighter in weight, and I'm sure this has probably no effect on functionality or reliability, but this was just something that I guess made me feel a little bit better about my choice, is that this feels a lot more robust than the Beretta did, in my personal opinion. Mossberg pretty much revamped the gas system from the previous 930 version. Now it claims this can run reliably and needs to be cleaned every 1500 rounds. Now, I'm assuming that number is conservative, but what they don't want you to do is pretty much fill this thing with carbon and make your life very difficult. Out of the box, my experience was a little weird. I'm very new to shotguns, so I didn't know exactly what to expect. Out of the box, the first thing I noticed is that I disassembled it, and the disassembly process is a little bit weird. The magazine spring is trying to wrestle a King Cobra while he's hyped up on fucking Bang energy drinks, and it's very difficult to put back in. So when I did put it back in the first time, I could only load 4 shells in the magazine tube. So I put it back together, now I can only load 6. and I was pretty confused. But then after some more troubleshooting and trying different ammo, I'm actually able to load 7 shells of regular 2 3/4 shells. But then those specific shells, buckshot, I can only load 6 for some reason. I'm not sure. Might have to be with the specific dimensions of the shells and other manufacturer.
The buckshot, I was having issue with these, so we'll see how that works. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, that's the problem I was having. This ammo doesn't like it and it gets stuck. And the 7th one won't really feed. So this ammo specifically. All right. Also, as you can see, if you try to uncycle this manually, it really has a hard time. Okay. No cycling issue. If you look at we have a little bit of what it looks like metal shavings. Right now it seems like the gun is just trying to kind of wear itself in, which is a good thing. So we'll keep trusting it.
Right out of the box, I was having trouble cycling shells. So I would, load up the tube and then try to cycle it to eject them. And a lot of the times they would get caught and I couldn't pretty much open the bolt. This probably needed some break-in time, and after going to the range and kind of cycling through some shells, it seems like that problem is getting better. And the one thing that I noticed is that there is a lot of wear inside, in the sense that, not bad wear, but just like little metal shavings that are coming out, which I would say it's kind of the signs that, tolerance are not the greatest in this product, so you gotta see some wear in. After receiving this, I obviously took it to the range. And as you would, you just pretty much hand it to your friends and show them your new shotguns.
All right, dump it as fast as you can.
And all of them really liked it. They thought it was a super fun gun. And I did too. I think this is a very fun gun. Would I personally trust it for home defense? I don't know. I'm still of the opinion that the AR-15 is such a good platform, and I still probably would pick that up for home defense. The reason why I got the shotgun is because I wanted to learn a new platform, and semi-autos just looked a ton of fun. So after my range trip, I was very satisfied. This thing shoots super fast. I definitely cannot outshoot it quite yet. It took a couple different shells just fine. Especially, I was having issues with Winchester clay birdshot, I believe, and it would not cycle them. So they would load fine, and then it would shoot, but then it would not eject.
All right, let's see. Seems like there is a...
Yeah, it's sitting on your loader.
Yeah. There you go. Huh. Interesting. Maybe it doesn't like that ammo.
Same thing.
Doesn't seem to like that ammo. Yeah, really fucking hates these for some reason. Yeah, I guess it doesn't like these.
Let's pull a federal.
Yeah.
Federal birdshot ran really well. My buckshot that I had run really well as well. I don't have that many more data points, but over time I will start building kind of a more broad portfolio of shells that I'll be trying to shoot through it, including slugs. I never shot slugs out of a shotgun, so that could be pretty fun. It's also been pretty fun to try and learn some new techniques that are especially prevalent on semi-auto shotguns, such as quad loading, dual loading, emergency loading. So those are new things that I've been practicing, that it's just fun to pick up a new skill in the firearm related world, and there's tons of it, but this is something new for me, so it's been a lot of fun. Going back to the thesis of this video, this versus the A300. I'll be honest, I don't think there is a wrong choice here. I think you're gonna get a really good product regardless. I think it comes down to extremely picky personal preference. What I like about the Beretta that I think it does a little bit better than this one is the handguard and probably the action itself. Other than that, I gotta say, I really like the optics mount. That's top tier. You do have options to add a picketing rail if you want to do something different. I do like the safety a lot. The controls are great out of the box. Obviously, you can put anything you want on any gun. But it's just added cost on the line, right? So hopefully this is this is good information for you guys. If you're looking for a semi-auto shotguns, there is not that many out there in the market. I mean, there's a decent amount, right? But these are kind of finicky systems. They're not as, like I said, crude and simple like AR-15s or AK-47s, 74s, whatever. These are kind of finicky. So it's good to have as much information as possible before you pick one up, especially since they're not the cheapest thing in the world. I hope this has some valuable information for you. I'm definitely having a lot of fun with this and I'm happy with this choice. So if you enjoyed the video, let's check out the link in the description. Discord, come through, have a conversation, and I'll see you guys in the next one.